Okay, we just finished watching Wonder Man. It's Wednesday. It's the day after Wonder Man came out. We've been watching a lot of television.
Yes, together. We've been spending way too much time together. It's bad. It's really not good. We're just supposed to be professional, not friends, okay?
No.
Yeah, let
So
everyone know.
we just watched the television program. We just finished the television program, and now we're going to talk about the television program. Okay, so this is part Tale from the Long Box, part Cinema Lounge.
Yes, a little bit. If you guys don't know Cinema Lounge, it was a podcast that Marshall did in the past. It's dormant. Is that an okay word? Is
Yeah,
dormant?
it comes
It's not
back at
canceled.
least once a year.
Yeah,
We will be doing an F the Oscars this year.
Are we posting this on there since we're talking?
Yeah, it's going to be a collaboration thing, like the
Love
Brand New
that.
Bird.
Yeah. So go watch that since we're collaborating.
Check it out.
Lots of really good movie pod from Marshall and two
different
with
Bens.
Michael.
Oh yeah, no, you're in
and
it.
two Bens. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forget that I'm in it.
But speaking of good television, good movies,
Yeah.
Wonder Man.
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Solid.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
However, I'm a little confused about what it is. I'm conflicted about what it is, and I don't know.
Yeah. Give me most general thoughts from a 30,000 foot view.
30,000 foot before we get into spoilers.
Yep.
I thought the show was really good. If we're talking about the Cinema Lounge categories of script score, cinematography, performances, directing, and VFX where it applies, everything is really good.
Stellar across the board.
Genuinely.
I agree.
Everything is really good.
Which I just didn't expect.
No.
I don't really know exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
What I knew going in was that they were dropping it all at once, which historically for streaming
Means that it's
isn't-
crap.
Yeah, it's not a good sign.
We don't
Usually
want
they-
people to watch this.
Yes, they usually only do that with things that they don't have a lot of faith in.
Yeah.
Similarly, the marketing didn't seem to be as everywhere
Mm-hmm.
as other things, right? For one thing, it's coming out in January, which is it's certainly not prime time,
Yeah.
by any means, for any new thing, especially
Yeah.
any new IP that people are not really aware of.
Sure.
So they're already not aware of it, from that. But also, before, I don't know, the last 2 weeks, the marketing hadn't really gone widespread in many ways.
Yeah.
So most people, most just casual viewers seemed to not have really heard much about it.
Sure.
That similarly didn't give me a huge sense of confidence, just as far as the context of coming into the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just that I feel like I understand their pain.
Yeah.
Because it's a hard thing to advertise.
Yeah.
Because there is not a big evil villain.
Right.
There is not big comic book action.
Yeah. Well,
There's
the big
like-
evil villain is the government, as always.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, and policing based on quotas.
There you go.
There's a subtle dig on modern policing practices in there, which they don't really expand on, but it is kind of the through line of the entire show ultimately.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's fascinating.
It feels topical.
They could have dug deeper into that.
Yeah. In some ways, I'm glad they did. I'm glad they left it subtle.
Yeah.
So that viewers can parse through the subtlety rather than bashing them over the head with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that it needed more of a antagonist isn't the right word. More of an ongoing conflict, I think, because you set up this thing as an overarching whatever, that the Department of Damage Control has grabbed Trevor Slattery and has
Wait,
said,
are we going into spoilers yet?
This is just what the first episode is, you know?
Yeah.
The Department of Damage Control has grabbed Trevor Slattery and said, hey, we're looking at this guy, Simon Williams. We think that he's been involved in some crimes in the past and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because his powers, he couldn't quite control them, so there would be explosions or whatever. And they're trying to link him to that. They're saying, Trevor, you go and basically entrap him. And that's where that kind of goes from. The main actual meat of the show is just the relationship between Trevor and Simon as they are both coming back up back up for Trevor and up for the first time in the industry for Simon.
Yeah.
And auditioning for Wonder Man, eventually getting the role and how that all plays out. And that is all super compelling.
Yeah.
You were saying out there, their chemistry between the two of them is really good.
It's crazy.
Fantastic.
Especially actors with a 40-year age gap between them,
Yeah.
just playing friends.
Yeah.
There's no father-son dynamic or anything like that. They're just pals, and they do it beautifully. It's crazy.
Yeah. But there's just not, I don't know, I feel like it needed more conflict somehow.
Sure.
Because man, I don't know. I'm so conflicted on it myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is a really good show.
Yeah.
Completely separate from the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
It's really good. But it also like
Yeah.
it is still a product in the Marvel Universe. It's still a piece of art in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
So it's confusing to see how does this all work together. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm living in a frustrating space of I want an artist to make artistic works, and I don't want to just look at these things as pieces of content,
Yeah.
as the next piece in the puzzle. And I've been very vocal over many episodes of Cinema Lounge and stuff about how I hate that everything is becoming a cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Star Wars is a cinematic universe now, and it's killing it.
Totally.
Like, you don't need that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the stuff in the Star Wars universe that works really well, like Skeleton Crew,
Yeah.
is separate from all that.
Yes,
You
it's
tell
not
a
super
story.
interested in that side of things.
Yeah.
Like it needs some context coming in. That you need to have some passing awareness of what Star Wars is, which everybody does.
Yeah.
For Wonder Man, you have to have seen at least one of the movies
Do
that
you?
I can think of.
I don't think you do. That's why this is kind of confusing to me. Is
I'm
that
not going into spoilers with which one, but you know which one.
Yeah. Star Wars, the approach that Star Wars has taken, where they've gone into this MCU style, everything's connected, Mando Ahsoka verse,
Yeah.
it feels weird and wrong because Star Wars has never been that.
Yeah.
This, to me, is the opposite, where this is a really good show, unlike some of the other stuff Marvel has been putting out, which is the puzzle pieces that fit together.
Yep.
But it's weird because it is so completely not that.
Yeah.
Where even Werewolf by Night
Yeah.
was something that fit at least into the category of the rest of the MCU, even if it has nothing to do with anything else going on.
Yeah. In its own way, it's a slice of life that is just in a different chunk of the world that is not
Yeah.
that isn't the main line. It's not Avengers, but
Yeah.
but you can see where it exists in that same world where where fantastical and supernatural and paranormal things are going to happen, and you know that and you expect it, which is why I think this works really well. And that's why I enjoyed
Yeah.
a lot of those creative choices that they made, is because it doesn't need to build anything. It doesn't need to build upon anything.
Yeah.
This is a thing that's being made for the sake of itself. And so I like that a lot better than a puzzle piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. I agree from an artistic standpoint and from the standpoint of someone who does video for a living and thinks about story for a living constantly.
Yeah.
It just feels odd to me when this has never been the kind of way that this studio and their films and shows and stuff have worked.
Yeah.
Like, you do have things that can kind of live on their own. Like Moon Knight is totally separate from the rest of the MCU. It is on its own, but it's still a superhero show.
Yeah.
And this is 99% a character drama. A really good one.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just living in a confusing place in my brain because it is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes. Yeah.
And a small part of me, having read so many issues of Wonder Man and Avengers and West Coast and stuff like that, is honestly a little disappointed that it isn't really doing much with that character that we see in the books.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a lot of aspects of who Simon Williams is, like his self-doubt and his not really being sure of himself, his kind of insecurities, the fact that he is just kind of a guy, like
Yes.
a regular guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But beyond that, even his powers don't quite seem to match up. And maybe the ionic stuff shifts and changes more in more recent versions of the character. We read stuff that was very much the foundation of the character.
Yeah, which is just magic beams. That's
Mostly that
essentially
he's
what it
really
was back
strong.
in the day,
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just really conflicted.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's talk about comic connections, because that's probably going to be a short conversation.
Yeah.
Right? There's not a ton.
No.
There are some of those things you mentioned, acting as kind of deceit, right? Because like that comes from the comics in a lot of ways, and there's a good helping of that in this show where, there's a ton of, and that's why I kind of like this. There's a ton of meta commentary on what acting is.
Just the artistry
Yes.
in general.
Yeah. In part of that, they use that to further the plot. In that, the two main characters who are actors are great liars.
Yeah.
They're really good at deceiving people.
Yeah.
Which is part of his character in the comics as well.
Yeah.
So I like that there's that. The fact that he's in LA. There's the whole, like a lot of the, for what little conflict there is in the show, it's all Hollywood based, right?
Yeah.
All the superhero stuff in some way ties to just Hollywood culture. That's kind of fun. You get that in the Wonder Man solo run.
Yeah.
From the
90s.
80s, 90s.
Yeah.
So there's some of that connection. Am I missing anything? I mean, it's
Not
pretty,
really.
It's pretty loose as far as connection to the comics.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about all the technical aspects of everything, script, score, cinematography, we'll put script and performances together, because I think in this they really go hand in hand. It is really well done.
Yes.
There is not a single character in this thing that doesn't feel like a fully fleshed out person that has a life, that has lived a life, that is going to go off the screen and continue to do something. Like, they all are so authentic, even down to a guy who is only in the last episode for maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes of screen time. This dude from the country town.
Yep.
Such an authentic, like, it just felt like a guy. It felt like a real guy from this place.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's written super well. It never feels fake. All the stuff about, like, what it means to be an artist and what it means to be an actor and what it means to be a creative, like, all of those different things are so real. And it hit home so hard for me.
Yeah.
Simon talking about, being so close to this thing that you've wanted your entire life, the look on the two of their faces when they get the call that they got the call back, not even that they got the job, that they got the call back for the next audition, is like so real. And you know that they know that because they're actors. Like, they are
actors playing
actors playing actors, which so easily can become so, like, self affirming and, like, cringe-inducing, because it's like, art is the most important thing you can do.
Yeah.
And if you say that from a very, like, I'm the greatest perspective, it comes off as so frustrating and pretentious.
Yeah.
But if you truly believe it, it's clear.
Yeah.
And the characters in here, even Trevor, truly believe that.
I will say they towed that line of pretentiousness, and you can feel the moments in the plot where they're kind of approaching that feeling of like, okay, we're getting very very self-indulgent about acting here
to a certain
for a few
degree.
minutes, But to your point, it doesn't. I don't think they push past that line.
No.
In the way that I would have expected Marvel to maybe do. Like famously in these last however many years, 6 years, Marvel, maybe longer, Marvel has built up this reputation for losing all subtlety, for just, again, bashing people over the head with their plots.
Yeah, not that they've ever been known for having extremely deeply well-crafted, impressive, like, all-time classic cinema. Like, these are superhero movies.
Yeah.
However, this is very, very well done.
It's surprising. Yeah, and exactly. So you get a studio who doesn't typically make just character dramas.
Yeah.
And you could, I went into it going, this could be a recipe for disaster.
Honestly.
As far as just being really pretentious.
Because I mean,
being
there
really
doesn't
into
happen. There doesn't
themselves,
seem to be a main villain. There doesn't seem to be big superhero fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And not that I'm a guy who just goes to the blockbusters and is like, I want to see my action figures fight each other.
Yeah.
Like, I want something deeper, but you still genuinely need to have these other elements.
Yes.
So, I'm going into this thinking, what is this possibly going to be?
Yeah.
But I think it works.
Yeah. I think
It's
so,
really
too.
good.
We talked quite a bit as we were watching it about tone, and we made some different comparisons. I know some things that I said were like, it feels like La La Land in a lot of ways.
Yeah, certain bits.
Which is a compliment from me. I don't know if that's the generally held thing.
Yeah.
It's one that I really enjoy, and so the love of Hollywood culture that kind of shines through in a lot of ways in this.
Yeah.
I feel super lame saying it feels like Wes Anderson because I feel like comparisons to Wes Anderson get really like that's like the film bro 101 style.
A little bit.
Like,
There's a
rudimentary
couple.
thing.
There's a couple
But
shots which are what you're thinking of, which is
Yes.
these parts where it's usually when they're in a vehicle that the camera is strapped to the car,
Yep.
and it's like very head on
Yes.
at them. There was another one at one point when things are getting really intense for Simon. They do kind of a Spike Lee thing where the camera is like attached to him and it's kind of smooth and stuff like. There's a lot of little references to other filmmakers and other films that are like not just surface level things. Like these are people who know their stuff.
Yes, definitely.
And I think something that I think a slight nuance, I don't think that this show is really interested in Hollywood culture and saying how good Hollywood culture is, as much as it is about being a creative and actual artistry and the craft within that place.
Yes,
because we get a
totally,
very clear distinction between Trevor, who is a guy who is all about the art and everything, but has not been super successful, and people who have been really successful, but very like literally tell you, hey man, it's just a job.
Yes, purpose-wise, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm just talking tone and style. It's got a lot of those things. I mean, you think through like Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like that whole thing. Even
That movie's obsessed with that era of Hollywood specifically. Yeah.
To a fault, as some
Yeah.
might say. But like you mentioned, how all the character moments, even the ones that are really brief and don't show up till the very end, are very genuine feeling and authentic. I think you get that with Tarantino. So, but yeah, like a lot of those filmmaker styles show up, and I think really say something big.
Yeah.
About the work that went into the making of this limited series.
Yeah. See how limited it is. It feels like it kind of ended like that a little bit, but I really don't think they're going to make a second season of this. I think maybe these characters come back in some form eventually, but
Would you watch one if they put one out?
absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it more than enough to give it a second. To give it more of a shot.
So
Want to go into spoilers now?
Yeah. Okay, everything's spoiled. James Bond
Yeah.
dies in the end.
James Bond dies in the end.
It's unfortunate. Sorry, Karen.
If you guys haven't seen it and you don't want it to be spoiled,
Go home.
go watch it. Come back. We'll still be here. You're gonna timestamp when spoilers start. I don't know.
Nah, I don't know. Whatever.
Fine.
Our camera is getting one temperature gauge soon.
Okay.
So, we talked about script, we talked about performances a little bit. Score, nothing to write home about. I liked the music. I didn't find it especially notable necessarily.
Yeah.
Cinematography.
Some good, like, licensed music and that
Yeah,
sort
they
of
had some
thing.
good needle
Some
drops.
mic drops.
Yeah.
Oh, needle drops.
Mic
too.
drops.
Yeah, different thing.
Close enough. The cinematography also not exceptionally special. Nothing made me go, wow, crazy. But it was well shot. Like it wasn't just... we should give it some props because it's not just like the classic Disney Plus, Netflix streaming kind of feeling.
It had character.
It
at
had
the very
character.
least.
Yeah. It felt like it had its own unique look.
Yeah.
They were thinking about the placement of the camera and the shots more than just shot, reverse shot.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
There was the Doorman episode,
Yeah.
which was all black and white. Mm-hmm. I guess because it's a story from the past or they're doing like an interlude, a dramatic interlude.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like it needed to be black and white to me.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't know that they really took great advantage of the fact that it was black and white. They didn't really do very much work with shadow in that at all.
Yeah.
It just felt like we're shooting it in black and white, and we know that because of that, we need to have more intense light, but the contrast is kind of what you need, and I didn't feel like they were working with shadow as intensely either. Like there were some shots that seemed to me like we are thinking about the fact that this is, okay, short sidebar. There's a very big difference between shooting with color and shooting with black and white.
Yes.
Because in color, you can use color as a tool to distinguish depth, to give different characters character, personality, that kind of things. Black and white, you don't have that, which is why we think of noir cinema, old style movies, as having this heavy contrast.
Yeah.
And that's because they literally needed to in order to show depth and distance in the frame. Like, I don't want to do extra editing, but maybe I will. We'll see. If I was going to turn this black and white, I would need to ideally light this room completely differently than I have right now. Where like this shot works right now because we have the color of the back wall, we have the color of all the different things back here, the desk, and the color grade will bring a lot of that out. But if you don't have the color, then you need a lot more. Like, it would have to be a lot darker back there.
Yeah, this is blending into that.
That light is good, that light is good, that one could be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do it totally differently. I didn't feel like they did that necessarily, but it was a fun episode, and I'm glad to hear that Josh Gad is canonically dead in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
He's at least missing, I don't know.
He's dead.
I don't think they ever confirmed his
Someday,
actual death.
Josh Gad will return in Avengers Doomsday.
That'll be our new, James Bond dies at the end, Josh Gad is dead.
Josh Gad is canonically dead. Can you imagine if they don't do Wonder Man will return, but they do put Josh Gad will return?
That would be very funny.
J Gad, sorry.
I don't even like Josh Gad very much as an actor, but I would enjoy
That's
that.
why I loved so much that he's canonically dead. Because I was like, I really, that's something I did appreciate, is that they were not rosy about Hollywood. The few real life actors that appeared as themselves in this, more than not, were portraying themselves as like douchebags.
Yes.
And kind of losers.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Script, score, cinematography, performances, directing. This is directed by a few different people. What's his name? I always get it wrong.
Destin Daniel Cretton.
Yes, he did the first couple, maybe the last one. No, not the last one.
Not the last one?
I don't know.
It's fine.
Look it up on the internet. But he did a few of them. I think these were all well directed, well done. His did feel like they stood out to me. He did the first few. And the show opens very strong.
It really, really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even going in with no expectations, it opens very strong.
Yeah.
Which I'm usually surprised about. I like knowing a little bit of what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
In this case, you only know a very little bit.
Yeah.
And it still feels
Man
really
is
strong.
actor, other man is actor. They're working together in Hollywood. That's kind of the extent of the knowledge.
Yeah, truly. Yeah. And you can tell how much freedom they gave to these actors. There are a lot of moments where they are just they're sort of waxing poetic about acting, kind of like we talked about.
There's that great moment of the two of them in his apartment. They're reciting King Lear and like some films back to each other.
Yeah.
And it's a very slow moment with like, we're talking about editing a little bit. Just the way that they're not cutting like crazy, doing lots of different shots and everything. They let that scene breathe so well.
Yeah.
They pace it out so well. And they really let you feel the moment with these guys, that they're feeling frustrated and discouraged, but in the midst of it, the art is still the art.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
Absolutely.
It's really well done.
Yeah, you can tell these actors, appreciate these things.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Kingsley, as a former Shakespeare actor in like the 70s,
A
something like
knighted gentleman.
Yes. I'm sorry, I should say Sir Ben Kingsley. You're right.
Come on. You can call him Mr. Gandhi.
Oh no, you gotta cut that. That's bad.
What?
That's right. They love what they do. They love what they do.
Yeah.
And so they act back and forth, act with a capital A.
Yeah.
And it's really, really cool in that way. You mentioned the bad guy who's not the head of the Department of Damage Control, but
He's a lackey.
Yeah.
He's just the guy who wants to keep his job.
Yes, yeah. And you mentioned being annoyed by him in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
And finding him less annoying here. You did get back to
It's
being
just the
annoyed
same
by him.
character I don't care about.
Yeah.
I don't find him. This is maybe what I'm feeling about there not being enough of an antagonist.
Yeah.
If there is supposed to be an imminent threat from the Department of Damage Control that they could crack down and get Simon, they could crack down and get Trevor, I don't feel threatened by this guy.
Yeah.
This dude just feels like a guy. And I don't find that compelling. I don't find that he is giving me a reason to be concerned.
Yeah.
If regular sized Conan O'Brien, okay,
Why did he look so much like Conan? It was distracting.
maybe it's his brother Luke, who I've never seen a picture
True,
of.
yeah. Do you remember that shockingly small lady in Captain America: Brave New
Yeah,
World? This was that level of distracting. Just how much this guy looked like Conan.
He was like Conan if you took Conan exactly the way he was
Yeah.
and just made him normal height.
pressed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a juice press.
Yeah. The hair was exactly the same. It
crazy.
was just crushed down.
Yeah.
His body
Yes.
was the same, just crushed down.
It weirds me out.
He had the same kind of gaunt thing going on,
Yeah.
but it's a little looser
I know you're
because
doing-
you've crushed him
I
down.
know this is a minimal editing episode, but you might have to put
There might be a picture of this man.
Good.
Yeah.
But normal damage control guy, Lackey Boy,
Yeah.
or whatever his name is, Leary, is that right?
I don't know.
Cleary.
Cleary,
Cleary is his name. I would
Is
put
that his
forth.
name or is the boss's name?
That's his name.
Okay, that's his name.
I might put forth the idea that it would be like he would take up too much space in
Mm-hmm.
the narrative if he was more like actually intimidating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to be a lackey, to be just kind of a pest,
Mm-hmm.
might just be his spot. And I kind of like the way that that's made use of in this, because at the end of the day, it's about these characters and the way they interact with each other. And
Yeah.
he's kind of this separate, force, be it very small,
Yeah.
coming in and just throwing a wrench in things. So I kind of like that. I like that. That's my thing with you. Say you find him annoying and kind of pesky. I think that's the point a little bit. I think you're supposed to feel like that. So you're feeling the right thing. But I say this to my wife all the time. She's like, I don't like that guy. I don't like seeing him. I'm like, that's the bad guy. You're not supposed to like seeing that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, oh man, it's hard. Annoying is a tough one. Like bad guys, if I found someone like, what's his name from Game of Thrones? Joffrey.
Yeah.
Or not him, Ramsay. Ramsay. This dude is horrible
Yeah.
and evil. You hate that guy.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Making the people watching the show annoyed with your show feels like a hard thing to do in a way that, like, you have to somehow make light of it in the thing that other people have to also find him annoying.
Yeah.
If you're just affecting me, the audience, and everyone else is supposedly concerned about this guy
Yeah.
and not sure if like he's gonna like crack down all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I just don't buy that these people would be feeling that from him because I'm not feeling that from him.
And that's an interesting thing to measure in this, because the person you see him interacting with mostly is Trevor, who's just completely unaffected and unconcerned by him. Trevor's just aloof, for better or worse.
Later on he is. He's much more concerned at like the beginning part. Like he very much does not want to go to prison, and he knows that this is the
Right.
guy
Yeah.
who can pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, but he is playing. Either he's playing just this lovable idiot who I'll take your orders and it just don't put me back in prison. I can do whatever.
Yeah.
Like he seems specifically unimpressed,
Unbothered.
by this guy. Yeah, 100%. So I like the damage control presence in this.
Yeah.
I do think in some ways it's better used than in
No Way Home.
Spider-Man.
I think so.
Yeah.
I still don't like the character.
Yeah. That's
I
fine.
mean, his whole look, everything just like looking at him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't take this guy seriously.
Yes. Which I like. I don't want to take him seriously. I want him to be lame G-Man who gets skunked at every turn.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
I feel like they want us to think that damage control is a threatening presence.
Yeah.
And I just don't buy it.
Yeah. I think it's weird that they introduced that like almost 10 years ago.
It was in
It was in Homecoming.
Yeah.
And they haven't done a lot with, I think they've done the right amount with it. Where
Yeah.
it's just like, kind of like Roxxon, who also shows up in this.
Yeah, I need to
they're
look up
There's
like,
the background.
where did that come in?
Yeah.
Because that showed up on the dumpster in the Doorman episode, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that feels like the most overt, just calling it Roxxon thing that's happened.
Right.
But I'm not sure about
Which
that.
to clarify, it's this corporation in the comics.
Yeah.
That's all over the place, and they're like an oil corporation, and they
They basically
famously
like
have
Marvel's
their hands in a lot
stand
of
in for like
yeah.
corporations, just in
Yes.
general, like the evil of the corporate world.
Yeah.
It's Roxxon.
Yeah. They're by and large from Wall-E, to use one comparison. You know?
What?
The company, by and large, that created
Oh,
the...
I thought you were. See, by and large is also
Yeah.
of a turn of phrase, Michael.
Yes,
And the way
yeah.
that you said that make me
Oh,
think.
you're...
I thought you were saying mostly Roxxon is from Wall-E. And I was like, no.
The Disney and Pixar nerds totally knew what I was talking about. just
Yeah,
saying.
okay. Get your Lorcana cards out, you freaking little man.
I'll do it.
Okay.
But yes, they're the famous
Yeah.
just big corporation that shows up and ruins things and is
Run by
is-
the Minotaur.
Oh, are they?
Dario Agger, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Come on, man.
That's
Read a
good
comic
news.
book.
Apparently, I got to read a comic.
You ever
book
read a
more
comic
often.
book before?
I don't think I've read a comic book.
Not that one.
Oh, it's a good one though.
Immortal Thor is around here somewhere, and he's in that.
That's a good one too.
Script score, performances, directing. Script score, cinematography, performances, directing, and visual effects where it applies. VFX, not a lot of it in this. At least not like flashy ones. I'm sure that there's like they're hiding wires and stuff like that, like they always do. Of
course.
Whatever,
Yeah.
painting out a mic. But the stuff that is like flashy is done impressively well.
Yeah.
Especially for a TV level Marvel budget.
Again, man, it's subtlety.
Yeah.
It's just these small things. You know, when
You
Simon's
put all your
using-
money into those few moments.
Yes. Yeah. When Simon's using his abilities, like you see it, but you almost don't see it. Like it looks. You have to kind of squint, and you know, it's like it'll show him. Like you look at him and he's like, is he vibrating? Is he shaking?
Well, he has like
You know?
this like pulsing murmuring under his skin.
Yeah, and you just have to
that
look
first
closely
shot
for
where
that.
they show it on his fists and then his feet.
Yeah.
I audibly was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
because it looked really good.
Yeah, it looked really good
Yeah.
and really gross.
The eyeballs never looked bad. The eyeballs always looked good whenever they did it.
Yep, love that.
Whenever he broke a thing or punched through a man's head, it looked really good.
I love punching through a man's
Dude,
head.
when he punched through that man's head, both of us were
Yeah.
like, "Is this?
Yeah.
Did that actually like they got
Yeah.
us?
They did.
really
Oh,
got
absolutely.
us."
And I was at work, and there were 3 people in my office while I was eating lunch and watching this. And
Yeah.
so I was trying to make sure that nobody
Like,
was actively looking at my computer
my monitor real
screen.
quick.
It was like this isn't my usual
Yeah, it's
work
me watching
fodder,
the
but-
X Files and the Metal Arc, and kind of every once in a while somebody gets eaten by a bug, and you got to turn to the screen a little bit.
Got to make sure everything is SFW.
Yeah.
It's very goofy. But yeah, it all turned out really well. I also liked near the end, in the final scene, they really show Simon's abilities in earnest.
He's
with
come
his-
into his own. He's learned to harness these things.
Yeah, he's
like,
figured out his ionic powers.
yeah,
and
Trevor
stuff like
taught
that.
him. I mean, there's a lot of. What are the metaphors in this? This is a metaphor for anxiety. I mean, there's a lot of like being true to yourself and really coming to terms with knowing who you are.
Yeah.
And up until that point, maybe he didn't know who he was, and Trevor helped him figure that out.
Yeah.
And then he's able to, through Wonder Man and everything, learn about himself and stuff like that. Like that seems to be kind of the through line of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Is that because he is superpowered, he cannot be on the television.
Yeah.
It's not allowed because the doorman ate Josh Gad. And which is, man, what a sentence.
Yeah, it's like that's exactly what happened.
You know.
But, man, you just say it and it doesn't sound
Sometimes you talk about stuff and it's like, what
Yeah.
this is what I'm trying to make my job.
good. Yeah.
But it just, he's hiding this part of himself. He feels like he can't be authentically himself. And there's a really interesting thing in here that also came up in, I think, Jay Kelly, the new Noah Baumbach movie with Adam Sandler and George Clooney, talking about like acting is easy. It's being yourself. That's the hard thing.
Yeah.
And trying to be really authentic. Who can really do that? Like who is able to just fully authentically be themselves? It's extremely difficult. It's very easy to look at the script and see all this invented subtext and like, what if this and what if this? And this is this character and I'm going to be this character. But this show is really about Simon needing to figure out how to be himself and how to be able to be comfortable with himself, which is something that is very much from the comics.
Yeah.
That is the main connection here. Like they've essentially taken the through line of the character from his inception all the way, at least to Avengers West Coast, and made a show out of that. The
Yeah.
rest of the elements, I don't know. But if you are talking about adapting Wonder Man, that's kind of the main connection. That and the actor thing.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, they do it in this great way. I remember a part soon after he. No, it's not. It's not even after he gets the role as Wonder Man. It's after the callback when he's trying really hard in his audition, trying
Yep.
too hard. That's another really cool thing that you get through that. We were talking about it as we watched the first few episodes. It's
Yeah.
not that he's a bad actor. He's a
Yeah.
really good actor
just
that
overthinking.
tries way too hard and
Yeah.
overthinks and all these things because of that insecurity that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because of not really understanding himself. And so he gets the call back. He's told to do improv. Instead, he like word for word does Pretty Woman.
Slips into Pretty Woman.
Yeah, which is like he does it really well.
Yeah.
But it was not what was asked of him.
Yeah,
and
he's
so
a great Julia Roberts.
Yeah, he did a great job. Yeah. So, but he's distraught. He's like beside himself. And he's talking about the director. And he goes, he just keeps pushing. He
Yeah.
wants to see what's underneath. I can't show my underneath. And it's like that. Everybody feels that a little bit, you
Yeah.
know. And so the process that it takes to get there is so cool and so well written. The way that it all shakes out. I think the narrative at every step it goes a little bit further than it had to. And I just love that in a good way. I'm saying that in a way of like
Further than you would have expected.
yes, it adds a layer that just makes it more compelling.
Yeah.
They could have just made him a bad actor. Like
Yeah.
they could have just made him somebody who sucks but really wants it.
Yeah.
And that could have been the whole thing. But no, they made him somebody who's they gave him complexity and made him somebody who's actually talented.
Yeah.
But can't get out of his own head. Then he meets this guy who can hardly get into his own head, Trevor.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so they bounce back and forth and end up ultimately like kind of helping each other, right? Trevor finds his self-awareness and his care for other people. Simon understands who he is, and in so doing kind of loses some of the self-centeredness that he had unknowingly cultivated throughout, and that other people see. We as viewers, I don't know if we saw it as much. I kind of wish they had played that up a little bit.
Yeah, it was really only in those moments
Yeah.
where they were talking about it
Yes.
that they made it a thing of like she's telling him something that's important to her and he just starts talking about himself.
Yes, yeah, we
But
saw
that's kind of the
later
only
on. Yeah.
major thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you can kind of see a little bit of that. That's something they could have done a little bit better with the script.
Yeah.
Would be if they're gonna call attention to a certain like characteristic that he has, we need to have
Ramp it up a
noticed
little bit.
Yeah, for sure. But overall, yeah, I think that these subtextual things that they put in, these layers that they very specifically add to make it, to make these characters feel the way they want them to feel, I think are just really, really well played. Yeah.
Wonder Man, yes or no?
Yes.
I would say yeah.
You say yeah too?
Yeah.
I hope that I really hope that it is successful. For how scant the marketing was, I worry a smidge.
It's getting review bombed on IMDb. Like it's got like a 6. Every episode has like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, like a 6,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, like 6, I don't know, something like that. But it's got like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. People who are actually watching it are enjoying it. I think the problem is MCU fans who just want big punch and who are feeling the same kind of a little bit of maybe disappointment in the level of adapting the actual character of Wonder Man and Simon Williams.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a kind of a weird show to exist.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I don't know what any of this is going forward.
Yeah, might be nothing. I'm content with it as a one-off. I don't need everything to get sequelized.
Yeah.
It's just a bummer when it looks like something that I want to have more of might be the thing that doesn't have more of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they even mention
yeah.
it. They say they have the little exchange after the movie premiere of like, "Oh, sequels are never good. We should never make another one." But also, maybe we
could talk
should
about
think
how
about
we could do it. Yeah, that was kind of cute. I liked that.
I don't know. Maybe they'll do it, and maybe they won't do it.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'll show up in something else, or maybe they'll do more of these spotlight things. I like the spotlight things.
Yeah.
We'll see. If the Punisher one is good, then maybe I have confidence in this as a Marvel brand.
Yeah.
But if it's kind of just a John Bernthal kill a bunch of guys fest, then I'm like, nah, I
Let
don't
me
know.
tell you something, man.
Let me tell you
Hey,
something.
let me ask you something.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Listen to me, Red.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I hate napping. Let me tell you
I
something.
hate napping. Napping's for the birds, man.
Heck,
I don't
man.
do that.
Come on, man.
We're a good John Bernthal between the
We
two
are a
of us.
good John Bernthal.
Look at
You
us
put
go.
two guys together, you get one John Bernthal.
Yeah.
Any two guys,
You
put
give
them
him out two
together,
guys, 'cause he
one
doesn't
John
nap.
Bernthal.
He doesn't take naps. He's two guys.
He's basically two guys.
yeah.
Okay. Everybody, this has been the Comic Book Show and the Cinema Lounge. Thanks for being here. I can't remember. I mean, we do a toast at the end of Cinema Lounge. We don't have cups.
Shoot.
You want to grab that?
Yep. You can have. Yeah.
Everybody, here's to Wonder Man, wondering if there will be ever another season. Von Kovac, what a guy. They dropped him on the ground in that Superman movie.
Really hard.
And there's once met a man from Nantucket.
Here. Oh, this smells nice.
Well, everybody,
Apple cinnamon crisp.
that's been the Comic Book Show for this week. Next week, Wolverine. It's going to be great. We've got our favorite Wolverine stories. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What did you think of Wonder Man? I want to know what you guys thought of Wonder Man. I am feeling in a weird, like, it's a yes. It's for sure a Cinema Lounge, yes or no, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm just a little confused.
Yeah. If you want to do us a favor, go watch it. That means that it'll get traction from all you guys.
This.
Watch this too, but also watch Wonder Man so that it'll gain traction. We might get another season of it, and then you can come and comment on the thing, and because you watched it, and it'll be great.
But if you want to know, if you watched the show and you thought it's kind of what we thought, like, oh, that was good, but I don't really know much about Wonder Man, you can check out the episode we just released, which is about Wonder Man, about the
Yes.
comic books and where he came from and what's his deal and so on and so forth.
You'll like it. It's good.
You might like it.
Yeah.
It's $100 to watch it.
Wow.
Just kidding, it's free. Thanks everybody for being here.
goodness.
This has been the Comic Book Show.
Yes. Visit our socials, do our things, read my book, look at Marshall's artwork, and keep reading comics. Love you.
Good luck.